All right, Sean Zittel here with the man, the showman, Blair the Flair Cobbs, welterweight contender fighting June 7th against former four division champ Adrien Broner, Don King PPV down in Florida. And man, a little bit of a cameo it looks like too by Adrien Broner. I didn't know Adrien Broner would be here too.
Oh man, he's always watching. He's always watching. He's constantly watching my fights, constantly watching my strategies and my sparring. But the thing is, he can't possibly prepare enough to beat me. I mean, he's still got a gut, obviously. You know, he can't stop this. We're well prepared for this moment.
Now, you know, just to get serious about the fight for a minute, man, how much do you think, you know, that you're a fresher fighter who's a little younger, not so much like that much younger on paper, but younger in terms of number of fights, wear and tear. How much do you think that plays a role in you winning this fight, June 7th?
I think it plays a huge role. The role would be, it's not a race, it's a marathon. Life is a marathon. And the whole thing is this: he can shoot himself fast, young and dumb, running out of money more than he ever can even get in his lifetime. And the thing is, at the end of the day, it was the turtle that won the race. And right now, it's just one of those moments. I was born for this moment. I've been praying for this moment. I've been driven to fight for this moment.
Now, I think you were telling me before we started, you literally had this fight written down on paper, like as a dream fight. How many years ago was that? Just talk about that.
Well, it's always been a dream fight since like the beginning. Back when I was an amateur, he went pro very early. He got his big break very early. You know, I was still like one of the top guys, but I never had those breaks. I didn't have the opportunities that he had. And it was always a dream fight. I looked up to him to a point I was like, look, this guy's great. You know, he talks his shit. And I thought myself, I want to be, when I get to the pros, I want to be somebody that's special. And what I saw Adrien Broner, I thought he was something special when he came out there with his own way and his own persona. Definitely not my taste, but he did a pretty good job in the time that he did.
So let's take it back like 12 years ago, 2012. Were you still in Philly? Were you
yeah.
here? So when he was fighting DeMarco in Atlantic City, were you
I
even
was there. I was actually at that fight.
Oh wow!
You know, there's an old picture of me with him, long time ago, and I'm pretty sure he probably never would have thought that he would end up fighting me eventually. But the thing is, it's never say never. You know, only God holds the keys to your life. And you'll be surprised if you only keep the faith. Wow, so you were there after, that was considered probably his best performance of his career, right? Yep, and I thought to myself, I'm gonna beat that guy.
Well, speaking of advantages, you know, that you're thought to have in this fight, athleticism and the fact that you're a career welterweight. He started at 130. You know, how much does that factor into your favor too in this fight?
You say he struggled at 130?
No, he started at 130.
Oh.
And you've been like a career 147 and an explosive athlete like you've shown us.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's by no means. I am a freak of nature fighter. Freak of nature fighters only come around every once in a while. Every once in a while you see somebody that has like ability that's just that much higher than everybody. Fast feet, fast hands, a full body range speed. Like American only had fast feet, but he couldn't put it together with head movement and like foot movement. You know what I mean? He couldn't organize it. He just had fast feet and fast hands. You know, but it's very few times that you will actually see somebody with true speed like a Roy Jones. Anyway, right now he's a freak of nature fighter. I'm not gonna lie. You know what I mean? He's the next thing, next big thing. Freak of nature fighters, like it when we had the big fights with Sugar Ray Leonard, Tommy Hearns, and all these other guys, right? The freak of nature fighter wasn't Sugar Ray Leonard. The freak of nature fighter was Aaron Pryor. And like so it's freak of nature fighters that just have that much ability. And I'm one of them. You know, Manny Pacquiao is one of them. Things like that. So yeah, I have talent on my side. You know, God-gifted ability on my side. And I have faith on my side. I have God on my side. And I have a tremendous team that's on my side.
Well, I know you brought in Justin Gamber on the team, who trained Plant to become a world champion. Speaking about the freak of nature stuff, have you relied on that too much? And is that part of what bringing Justin is in for on the technical side, not just to rely on the athleticism?
There was points in like the boxing world where I had to rely on certain skills and ability to get over little humps. Mostly because I'm not brought up under the same circumstances as everybody else. Let's say if we look at my career versus like Ennis or anybody like that, they got tons of like circumstantial fights to build them up. You know, I didn't have a whole lot of build-up fights. It's just like all of a sudden, boom, go. You know, back against the wall. Now, underdog. Odds stack against me consistently. And I had to build my career off of upsets and with the odds stacks against me. I am the true underdog story.
Now, like just watching some of your fights over your career, the Roca fight, you know, that's the only loss on the record, but you started strong. Against Maurice Hooker, you dropped him 2-3 times in the early rounds, but he winds up making the distance. And because it seems like, Blair, you're not able to maintain in the second half of the fight that burst you start.
No, I had plenty of energy and power and ability for the second half of the fight.
That's why you still won.
Yeah, the whole thing is this. The Rocha fight, I had only 2 weeks of actual training for that fight. I started strong and I did really well, considering like I only had a 1 week notice and 2 weeks of training. But and then I bounced back with the Hooker fight. Now, the thing is, Hooker had never been done like that before. The Virgil Ortiz fight, he came in with a broken hand. He broke his hand. He went down because his hand hurt. He went down from punching. And so like he never really got stopped. There was another fight that he got stopped. And I talked to him about that fight inside the, like, you know, while we were talking, you know, going through that stuff in the ring. And he said that he had a very short and a bad camp for that fight. I'm like, cause I asked him what was all of that, for? Like, you didn't give me the type of fight that you gave these other guys. You really stuck in there and pushed it. You didn't quit. There was no backing down. He went down 3 times. Odds is you stay the fuck down. I'm like, where's all that word instinct for everybody else? He's like, those were circumstantial losses. I'm like, oh damn, all right. You know, so sometimes it'd be like that. You know, so I fought the very best that Maurice Hooker could come in there with, and he was way bigger than me. He was almost a whole weight class heavier.
Well, I just say all that just to ask about the conditioning heading into this fight. Do you feel like you'll be as strong in the late rounds as you are in the beginning, where you've shown to be very explosive? You know? Absolutely.
Yeah. Like I was strong and explosive in that fight with Hooker. The whole thing is I had to change to a different tactic. I'm like, if this dude gets knocked down, and it wasn't like light knockdowns, they were hard knockdowns. He gets knocked down 3 times to fight, then there's something up. Like, there ain't no fucking stopping that guy. Like, it's okay, then watch this. Every time I hit you, I'ma hurt you, and I'm gonna win this fight every single round. And that's what I did. The thing is, that was what really scared everybody from fighting me. The fact that I went the distance. I wasn't a front runner. I wasn't a guy that like couldn't keep the pace and fight through the duration of a 10-round or a 12-round fight. I proved that in that fight. And I'm coming into this fight with an even better opponent and like a real true veteran. Well, 4-time division champion.
4 divisions, yeah.
You know, this is a big step up. And after that night, June 7th, I will be the only one in the welterweight division that actually fought a name. That means I should be number 1. You know, no more like just throwing belts out to guys that didn't fight any real. Huh?
Barrios fought a couple names.
Look, Barrios, yes, but he fought names in other weight classes and things like that. But Barrios, I take my hat off to him too. But like seriously, at this point, at the elite level, there's very few people that's ever doing what I'm doing, and especially off a big layoff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 2-year layoff, man. What could you say about that? Hey.
God did. At the end of the day, everybody can lose faith in me. Everybody can lose faith in me. And the only person that you need to worry about that still has faith in you is God. At the end of the day, all I can say is God did.
You must have a good relationship with God because you've been through a lot, man. We know about your story. What was it? Your father, the plane crash in Mexico, and growing up in Philly. So
getting kidnapped by all kinds of crazy stuff. You know what I mean? Getting held up, ransom. I've been through the most. Yeah. You know what I mean? We gone through a lot. You know, going through the trenches of Philadelphia. You know, it's like a rich kid that came from Beverly Hills and he goes through the trenches of Philadelphia and some of the hardest streets in the world. You know, and things like that. Like I had to survive under those circumstances with very little family or even people that even help me understand the world around me. There's a lot of things that happen in my life, well worthy of a movie, and honestly, it's only a blessing that I made it this far. And at the end of the day, I have to say, God did.
So you feel like something good's coming your way in life?
Absolutely.
For everything you've been through.
Everything. I was born for this moment. I prayed, and I never lost faith. Even when I wanted to quit, I never lost faith.
How much do you think Broner still has left? You know, and he looked solid against Hutchinson. He actually fought a good pace. He was consistent.
Oh yeah, no, he did really good.
Yeah.
Like what I saw, I didn't see too much ring rust at all. You know what I mean? He had a hard time like putting him out. But then I'm looking at Hutchinson. The motherfucker's moving. He's not a slouch. He's moving, he's very elusive, he's throwing punches back. I can see a person having a hard time getting him out. You know, there's a lot of fighters out there that would like to talk shit. Like, oh yeah, I would have got him out. Like, shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? Like, no, you wouldn't. You know? And like, so that's how it is.
Well, speaking of getting someone out of there, like Broner's never been stopped. He's lost to some elite fighters, but no one's ever stopped him.
Not even Pacquiao.
Right. So how much is that in your mind? Because that would really be the statement, wouldn't it? I mean,
that would be a big statement. That would be a big statement, and I'm praying for it. I'm hoping that you guys get to see something special in that ring every time you see me in there.
How is it working with Don King, man? Did you ever think you'd be working with Don King?
I don't know, man. I think it's just like, who knows? Who knows what life has to offer? You know, like I come to realize that like all these promoters have their picks, and they can't wait to say no and stop me from being the very best that I could possibly be. I keep telling them that I'm great. I keep proving that I'm great, and they keep trying to stop me, and it's just not working. And look, God opened up doors. And we have Don King back in action with the biggest and the best performance attraction in boxing history, Blair the Flair.
Would I be able to ask Adrien a quick question too?
Absolutely. Let's see what he has to say.
Okay.
He's always talking shit.
Okay. All right. I appreciate Adrien coming in and give me a minute too. All right, Adrien. Blair, you know, he seems very confident, even flirting with the idea of being the first man to stop you being a 4-division champion. I mean, what do you think about this confident, younger, bigger, supposed to be fresher fighter you're going up against June 7th, AB?
I gotta say, fuck that shit. This nigga can't beat me. He can't beat me. He think he can beat me? He's out of his mind. Come fight night, I'm gonna take my pants off and I'm gonna show my ass. I'm gonna show my ass. You see me with these gloves? You see me with these gloves? Now, I've been getting in shape, but you know what it is. You know what it is. I'm still AB. I'm still a problem.
Now, AB, I know in your words, I know you think you're gonna beat Blair's ass, but you got a little bit of love for the young boy because he was there, ringside for the DeMarco fight. He had respect for you, and you were partly an inspiration for him. Come on. When it's all said and done, does that bring a little bit of respect between both men? Or what could you say, AB?
Fuck that nigga. Fuck him.
All right,
I'm coming out there and I'm gonna fuck him up. I'm gonna show him what it's all about. Gutting all. About bitches. About drinks. Let it flare. I'm gonna fuck you up. Come fight night.
AB, thank you always, brother. Thank you for...
You know what it is. The can man, trash can, put him down, clown ass dude, Blair Flair. Fuck him.
Thank you, AB. I just got another question for Blair real quick, if you don't mind, AB. I'm gonna just...
Fuck that nigga. Oh, hey, wait.
And then lastly, man,
We gotta get rid of him.
I don't know. I was happy to see him. Like, you know,
He's a pain in the ass in this gym. I'm tired of him watching me. I'm tired of him always looking at me. He's always watching me. He's always looking at me. Stop it.
that's what he's supposed to do, right? Study his opponent. He's doing his due diligence.
He's doing too much studying. You know? He even talked about getting his nails done too for the fight. I asked him, could he get it in pink? Because he's gonna be a bitch come June 7th.
Do you like rock and roll, man? Is that what the...
Oh yeah, I'm definitely a rock and roller. These are old. I'm getting them redone. I usually do the matte black colors.
All right, thank you, Blair. Hey, best of luck to you, brother.
Absolutely.
June
Thank you very
7th.
much for having me.
Thank you.